Hi, I'm Crystal. Today we're going to be making an easy hinge for a hidden journaling spot. So I started out by getting out a bunch of die cuts from my opportunity box, just a bunch of extras that I had made in previous projects that I hadn't used. And I'm continuing the theme of travel in my junk journal July. The prompt today is for interactive. And so to make the hinge, I just cut out a piece of paper that's about an inch wide. Let me check that. Yes, an inch wide. And I scored it at a ½ inch just using a mechanical pencil with the lead retracted, and then folded against the edge of the table, and that just makes the very easy hinge. This is just a piece of scrap paper I had on my desk. I'm going to put the hinge on the inside of the top piece, the outside of the bottom piece, but it would work on the inside of both. And I have double die cuts on these hidden journaling spots because I just had a lot of die cuts. Certainly not necessary. So I'm gluing the hinge onto 1/2 of my hidden spot here. And then I'm going to trim down the hinge to the size of the pieces. And then I'm going to attach the top. Now you could obviously put your hinge directly onto your journal page. You don't need to have a bottom piece and a top piece. And there's really nothing special about the hinge. You don't need a special die or tool or anything like that. It's just a piece of paper that's folded. And so once I've trimmed down the hinge, I'll attach the top piece, and that's the back of the top piece is where my hidden journaling will be. So I do like to apply glue to the smaller piece when you've got a smaller piece and a larger piece. And I'm just matching up the two halves here, and then I can write on the inside of this piece. So I'm putting down a bunch of travel related dies on the spread. So one of my aspirational goals is to do more travel, and so I'm just putting all my travel themed things. So I've got my hot air balloons and my city skyline and bicycle and beach theme and leaf peeping and cameras and just everything imaginable. So here's my final piece, the bicycle, trimming off the hinge to match the size of the piece. And then I'm going to attach the top where the hidden journaling will go. The glue bottle that I'm using is a Barely Arts Precision Craft glue, but the content ceased being Barely Arts glue a long time ago. It's actually Elmer's Extra Strong now, but I do like the precision tip. It's a metal tip that's got a pin in it to keep the glue fresh, and it's very nice for gluing down these small die cuts. So you can see that this wave has a bunch of little fiddly bits, and that precision needle nose really gets into those small bits of paper. So after I glued everything down, I used some paper arrows as a little handle for opening the hidden journaling, and it also reinforces the travel and kind of map theme of this spread. Sometimes I've got the front of the arrow glued down, sometimes I've got the back of the arrow glued down, and it just makes a handy place to open up that flap for the interactive element of this spread. So you can see I start off at home, and I've got my travel arrows and my hidden interactive spots. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I sure had a lot of fun doing it. Thank you for joining me today.